So a new Claude model just came out. It's called Opus 4.8. And in this video, we're going to be using it to build a full stack application. The application we're going to be building is a stock market analyst app. So an application where users can come and analyze different stocks on the market. Now we're going to be building this using the Claude model inside Cursor. And for the backend, we would need a fast database. We're going to be using timescaledb since it's fast. And we're going to be dealing with time series data, and timescaledb is specifically built for this type of data. For full transparency, this video is sponsored by Tiger Data, and we're going to be incorporating their timescaledb products into this build. Now let me show you a quick demo of this project. So this is what the project looks like. Users can easily search any stock symbol and they'll be able to see information and metrics about that specific stock. Right here we have Nvidia, and you can see information about the current price, the 30-day chart, and a lot more metrics. You can do the same for Microsoft. Gonna pop that up for us. You can see it brought that. You can do the same for Google, Tesla, and whatever you need. This is what we're gonna be doing, right? You can also come here and actually search a specific ticker symbol, and it's gonna bring that up for you. And you can also come here. We're gonna build in an AI analyst where you can just ask questions about this and actually analyze each market. For example, for this Google one, I could just say summarize the trend. Right, I can pick from these suggested options, and it's actually going to just summarize the trend for this specific stock. As you can see, it's done that. It's giving us a 30-day trend summary, everything we need to know about it, a good summary, which is good, right? So we're going to be building this with Claude Opus 4.8 inside Cursor. I'm going to show you how to set everything up, how to do everything. And once again, the database we're going to be using is timescaledb by Tiger Data. So Tiger Cloud uses the Postgres you already know, built for real-time analytics, time series data, and AI workloads. And it has a lot of features like auto-scaling, read and writes, deep observability, and it's very fast, right? You can provision the database in minutes. You can build whatever you want quickly. Now, you can try Tiger Data out with the link in the description below. So use my link. And once you sign up, you're going to get $1,000 free to try for 30 days. So it's a $1,000 30-day credit. No credit card required, nothing like that. You can easily try Tiger Data out. And we're actually going to be using it in this project build. And I'm going to show you how to set it up and how to connect it to the AI agent that we're going to use. And how we're going to use that as the database. So once again, before we move on with the video, make sure you signed up to Tiger Data so you can follow along with this tutorial. Once you've done that, we can get straight into this video. Now I'm here in Cursor and I've opened up a new project. So I created a new folder on my computer and I named it Stock Market Analyst. And I've opened this up in Cursor. So Cursor is the code editor or the agent that we're going to be using to build out this project. And we're going to be using the new Claude Opus 4.8 model inside Cursor. If I open up the chat system, you can see that we have Opus 4.8i selected. It's brand new, it only just came out, and we're going to test this out and use it to build out this project. For now, I'm going to close this, and if you can see on the left hand side, I have a markdown file that I have created. Now this basically has the full prompt of this project that we want to build. I'm going to open this up. I'm going to right click and open preview, and you're going to see everything. So it's a very lengthy document, and this is how I basically build my applications when I use agents or when I use AI agents to build applications. I create one markdown file with the entire context of the project I'm trying to build and just basically tell the agent to go do that, right? And that is what I'm doing for this. So prior to recording this video, I've put together this markdown file. So as I said earlier in this video, we're building an AI stock market analyst, and this is the goal: to build a full stack AI stock market analyst app, right? The app should let users search for a stock, view historical price movements, compare stocks, and ask an AI analyst questions about the data. The app should use Tiger Cloud with timescaledb as a database layer because stock prices are time-based data, which I talked about earlier in this video. And the app should use Claude Opus 4.8 for AI analysis. Great, right? And this is the core product. I'm basically just going to tell you exactly what I want this app to do. You can go ahead and read that. And this entire markdown file is going to be available in the GitHub link in the description below. So the entire final build of this project is going to be available on GitHub. And if you just click on that and visit the repo, you're going to see this prompt that you can also use to test it out. So it has everything: the core product, the tech stack. If you see the tech stack, we're using Next.js, React, TypeScript, Tailwind CSS, Tiger Cloud with timescaledb, Postgres, and just everything that we need, right? So as you can see, this has everything. It's a lot. It even goes into details of the Tiger Cloud requirement. So I've told it to use the Tiger Cloud MCP. Well, I'm going to get to that in a second. So use Tiger Cloud as the PostgreSQL database. The project should assume that Tiger Cloud MCP is available in Cursor. We're going to set that up in a minute. So it has everything. It even has like demo, SQL, schema that it should use to create, and basically everything that is needed here. Now we can basically start building this, but you might realize that there's one thing we need to do. And what we need to do is to set up Tiger Cloud so that we can actually give the agent access to Tiger Cloud, or we can connect Tiger Cloud to our project and we can use timescaledb, which will allow us to use this time series database. So what I'm going to do now is to go to tigerdata.com. So go to tigerdata.com. This is basically the creators of timescaledb, as you can see here. And we're going to be using timescaledb specifically. So once you go to tigerdata.com, you're going to see this landing page. Basically just tells you everything about the platform. And what you want to do is to just click on start a free trial. So as a new user, when you sign up, you're going to get $1,000 free credit to use for 30 days. So you can build projects with it and just get a feel of the platform. So you get $1,000. It's completely free. Just sign up and click on start a free trial, and you can use that to build whatever you want to build. So that's what I'm also going to be using in this video. The link will be in the description below, tigerdata.com. And once you've logged in, it's basically going to take you to this page where you see the 3 options that you can use to connect to this platform. So as you can see, you can use their CLI, which is basically their command line interface that you can use to interact with the platform, or you can use their MCP. Now, an MCP is called Model Context Protocol. So this basically allows you to give your AI agent access to a service so that that agent can use that service on your behalf. What we're going to do is to basically do that in this situation. So I'm going to connect their MCP inside Cursor, and I'm going to use Claude to basically create the database schema and interact with timescaledb to create everything we need for this application. So you can do that, or you can use the web console to basically create everything manually. So you can use any of those ones you want to use, but for this video we're going to be using the MCP, and I'm still going to show you around the console so you can get a feel of what the console looks like. So now I'm going to click on that, and it takes me to this setup page. So as you can see, you can set up the CLI or the MCP. I'm going to come here and click on MCP. And all you need to do is to select your operating system. So I'm just going to choose a system, and I am Mac OS. So I'm just going to copy this command, and I'm going to come back into Cursor. I'm going to drag this up to create a new terminal, and I'm basically just going to install that CLI. So that's going to take a minute to install. If I come back here, basically installing the CLI includes the MCP server for whatever AI tool you're using. So as you can see here, it says Tiger CLI includes MCP server for AI tool integration, terminal commands to manage services, database connection, and query tools. In summary, once you install this, you're going to have an MCP server that Cursor can connect to, and then your AI agent can run terminal commands to actually create services for you. So create database instances, create schemas, and get database connection and all of those information that you would need to do manually, which is very, very nice. So all you need to do is to install this. We're going to wait for that to install. As you can see, this has been successfully installed. Now the next thing you need to do, I'm just going to drag this up a bit more so you can see everything. The next thing you need to do is to then authenticate. So I need to sign in on the CLI here so that my project will be connected to my account. So I'm going to come in here, copy this command, which is tiger off login. I'm going to paste that in and click on enter. And this is going to open up Chrome for me. And this should open this up for me to connect that. It should take only a second. And I'm just going to click on authorize. And it's going to tell me if that worked or not. Great. It says you're all set up to use Tiger CLI. Perfect. Now I can close this. Right? As you can see, it says successfully logged in. It's saying that I have logged in. Now the last thing we need to do is to install the MCP. So I'm just going to click on this and hit enter. And now it's going to ask me to select an MCP client to configure. So I am using cursor. So I'm just going to scroll down and click on cursor. Great. Now that has been installed, that has been configured. As you can see here, it says it has been configured. Now we're going to test this out. The first thing we need to do is to restart cursor. So I'm going to restart cursor and come back. So I have restarted cursor, and now I'm just going to open up a chat window and test if the MCP was actually successfully installed. I'm going to paste this. I'm just going to say list my Tiger Cloud services, and let's see if it can do that. I'm going to change this to agent and run this. So let's see. It should be able to automatically know that it needs to connect to the Tiger Cloud MCP. Right, it says you don't have any Tiger Cloud services in your project right now. The list came back empty. If you'd like, I can create one for you. For example, a timescaledb. Now, this is perfect because this is true. This is actually empty right now. There's nothing in here. So this is good. We've successfully connected it. Now we can actually go ahead and build out our project. So I'm just here back in Tiger data. And if I just come here, you can see that there's nothing here. Everything is still brand new and fresh, right? You can go ahead and actually create all the services and compute you need yourself on here. It's very straightforward. But as I said, we're going to be using the AI agents to build this out for us. So now all I'm just going to do is to actually just pass in this. I'm going to make this a bit smaller, and I'm just going to pass in this. So I just passed in this markdown file, which is the full information about the project we want to build, and I'm just going to say build this out, and I'm going to hit enter. And that's going to take a while to build, a couple of minutes. I'm just going to skip through this, and I'm going to be back once it has successfully built this out. Now, as you can see, it has successfully built out this project. Everything has been built on here. Now what we're going to do is to just run this project. So I'm just going to come into my terminal, and I'm going to do npm run dev, and this would run it on the local host with port 3000. I'm just going to open this up, and we should see what it has created. So as you can see, it's created this nice looking UI for us. This is the website that it's created. Going to connect to the database, get all the data, get all the information. Wow, this is really nice. So it created this for us, and we can see the information of Nvidia, for example. So the current price, the change, the graph for the past 30 days, more metrics right here. We can switch to Microsoft. Going to do this exact same thing. We can switch to Google. Going to do the same thing. So this is actually very nice. It's created that for us. And there's actually a couple of things that have happened in the background for this to be here, right? So the first thing is there's an actual database that it created where all the information is being stored, and that was on timescaledb, right? So now if you come back into Tiger Cloud, you're now going to see that you have a new service under your project. This is because the agent actually connected onto timescaledb and actually created the database and everything we need. If I click on this, you're going to see all the information. So right here, primary, you can see it created a timescaledb instance right here, and then it has all the connection info, all of the information needed, and you didn't even need to create the connection info and manually connect it in here. The agent did all of that through the MCP. But once again, if you're someone that prefers just doing everything manually, you can also just come in here, manually create everything, and manually connect your database. So this is all the information. Right here, we have the ops view. This ops view is basically just telling us information about what we created, how much storage is being used, how much memory is being used, and etc. But if I want to switch from ops view to actual going into the data, I need to come to this top right corner, and you can see that currently we're on ops view. I'm going to switch to data view. Now I can actually see the actual database and schema that was created. If I come in here and I click on schemas, you can now see that under public, we have a new table that was created. And a new table was called stock prices. And under it, we have all these columns: ID, symbol, price, open price, high price, low price, close price, volume, etc. So now I can just collapse this and I can actually click on this button right here to view a preview of this table. So it's going to return the first 10 rows of this table so that I can have an idea of what this looks like. So as you can see, this is information from this table, and this is data set. This is live data set that the agent has actually connected to and stored on this database, which is quite nice. And that is what is being used on our application right here, right? That is what it's connecting to. Once again, if you prefer to manually set all this up, you can also do that right here in your Tiger Cloud dashboard. So you can create all the service you need, you can create the database you need, you can connect it manually. If you code manually, you can do that. So it gives you all the flexibility you need depending on your use case, which is quite nice. So now, what we need to do now is to actually test this application. So there's one more thing that we haven't done. Right here, we needed it to have a feature where we can ask questions about the specific ticker. For us to do this, we need to create an API key. In .env.local, the agent basically told us to add our API key, and that's what we're going to do. I'm going to come into my Claude platform, create a new key. I'm just going to name it stock, and I'm going to use that key. I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to use that key. Now, once you've done this, it's going to update, and you can come back in here, and we can actually just test this out. So I'm just going to ask a quick question, like to summarize this trend, and it's actually going to send all the context, the relevant information to Claude API and return that information for us right here. As you can see, it gave us the answer we need. So Google trend summary, 30 days, overall direction upwards, which is right. As you can see, this is an upward direction, and that is what we've built, right? So we built this application here, and we basically used timescaledb for the database. And you should always use timescaledb whenever you're building something or a project where you would need a time series type of data, and also a database that would probably need a large volume of data, right? This is the best in the market for it. Now this is great. This worked fantastic for our use case. And once again, sign up by going to tigerdata.com. The link will be in the description below. And also, if you come on here, if you want the full code to what we've built and also the prompts that I showed you earlier in this video, I'm going to host all of this on GitHub. So you're going to have the link to view this on GitHub. So just click the link in the description below. There'll be a GitHub link. You can get the full code. You can get everything that you need. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.